Branch lines have often taken a back seat to mainline action. But for those who can be a little patient, the results could be rewarding. Three SD-70M locomotives traveled light down Santa Ana Street in Anaheim on the Santa Ana branch to hook up onto the circus train, which will be heading to San Diego overnight. Today, Ringling Brothers is out of business, and the wigwag has since been taken down. Near the Angel Stadium, the circus train was being assembled for an evening departure. A mile or so of UP's Tustin branch was used for loading the circus animals on board. This angle showed the stadium in the distance and the Tustin branch crossing Metrolink's Orange sub. This is also the last diamond crossing in Orange County. Further north in La Habra, a UP local, known officially as the LOA 36R, crossed Harbor Boulevard with a single load destined for Pacific Plastics, which was the only shipper left in Orange County on this former Pacific Electric Yorba Linda branch. In the foreground, the switch leading to UP's abandoned Anaheim branch was visible. BNSF doesn't have quite as much branch line activity in the area, but we did get the Pasadena local operating on what used to be Santa Fe's 2nd District main line, now reduced to branch line status. From all outward appearances, this stretch of track still looked very much like its mainline days prior to 1994, when the route was severed at Irwindale. This was filmed a few months before construction began on extending the Gold Line trolley to North Pomona, changing the scene forever. The San Dimas station is visible on the left. If the local wasn't running late, the crew would take an hour-long lunch break just short of the Lone Hill Crossing in the eastern part of Glendora. No crew member has ever been observed exiting the cab for any of the local burger joints, so we assume they brought their own lunch with them. The 2nd District, which later became known as the Pasadena subdivision, is controlled by automatic block. Despite the reduced importance of this historic route, ABS was still maintained, and Metrolink, which owns the line, recently updated all but one of the aging Santa Fe-era tri-light signals. For unknown reasons, the only original signal to survive replacement until the train stopped running due to metro construction was the signal here at Lone Hill Avenue. Union Pacific's nearly 7-mile-long Crestmore industrial lead runs from Pedley on the LA sub toward Crestmore Heights. The entire branch is 6-axle compliant, meaning UP can run just about anything out of Mira Loma, where the local, known as the LOB 34, is based, and up this branch. A few lumber yards help to keep this track in business. A pair of GEs have an easy time handling 8 lumber loads filmed just 2 days before Christmas Day 2020. A little further up the line, with plenty of trees, the LOB 34 continued along the branch. At the end of the line near Crestmore Heights, a spur goes northeast about a mile, which was used to serve several shippers. The LOB-34 pushes 5 empty center beam cars toward the closed cement plant in Crestmore. This move is necessary. When the train gets to the switch, it will pull its train southward toward Pedley. The property is fenced off all the way around. A crew member was required to lock the gate once the local was back on the property. With the train put back together, it headed southward with one more lumberyard to serve before returning to Miraloma. UP's Rialto industrial lead started out carrying trolleys for Pacific Electric's San Bernardino line. In the later SP era, it was SP's Baldwin Park branch. By the early 90s, only one shipper remained, Orange County Lumber in Rialto. Now with UP in control, a local known as the LOB-86 served the last customer once a week, usually on a Saturday or Sunday. On the 4th of July in 2020, the LOB-86 traveled down the less than 2-mile branch with no loads to deliver. It will come back with 2 empties. The former Pacific Electric Depot on Riverside Avenue still stands and was being used as a restaurant. Once the empty cars were in place, the local prepared to highball Rialto for bench, where the rest of the trip will be made on the Mojave and Alhambra subs, all the way to North Montclair, where the local was based. Only a couple weeks later, we caught the LOB 86 arriving with a single lumber load. Engine 1545, a former Western Pacific GP 40-2 locomotive, was the sole power on this day. The train served a second purpose, as it performed a little tree trimming along the way. Once the load has been spotted, the train headed back with 3 empties. As we put this program together, we did get late word on the last shipper. Orange County Lumber was closing its doors for good. UP has run its last train on this branch in early 2022. Thanks for watching.